These breathtaking mountains and canyons near Arpeni are silent witnesses of the village's history. Indeed, many stories have been written and research conducted, but there are still some hidden pages of its past. In time, those pages will disclose historical truths, which are the keys to better self-recognition. During WFD's last visit to Arpeni, Hofsep, the oldest person in the village, shared some information about the tower, Albert, which is also referred to as the Holy Tower by the locals. The tower is located about 2 kilometers southeast to the village, on the top of a mountain. There is no precise information about it, however, estimates are that it dates back to the Middle Ages. Only the fundament and some of the walls have survived. There is a chapel on the mountain, making this a place to pilgrimage by the locals. This is our destroyed village. Opposite the village you see this beautiful mountain of 2,500 meters, which is considered a holy mountain by the locals. There is a chapel where we usually pray, visit during religious holidays, carry out religious services, etc. As a child, I was always wondering why this place is considered holy, and my grandmother told me that there used to be a man who was a hermit who lived and died on the mountain. After his death, people built a tower here and made it a holy place. The mountain is very difficult to reach, but when you get to the toughest point, it seems that you get a magical boost to ease the journey and take you to the holy tower. For example, when I pray, I always say God, Christ, and Holy Tower. My grandmother, grandfather, and the villagers would wake up in the morning, take a look at the mountain, pray, and go on with their work. The Holy Tower is like our gateway to God. All the wishes and dreams of the villagers are connected to the Holy Tower. For example, when someone is going to the army, parents pray for a safe service, or villagers pray for a fruitful harvest, and etc. During the genocide in 1920s, the Holy Tower saved many lives. Many of the villagers hid inside the tower, and the Turks, thinking that it was hard to get to the top of the mountain, moved to Lori, Shahnazar, and further. Some survived, and the rest died on the way. Hofsept told us about an interesting tradition connected to the Holy Tower. When my mother was pregnant with me, she walked to the top of the mountain along with 2 other young women to pray for a successful delivery. There are green herbs on the top of the mountain, which normally do not freeze, and according to the legend, if a pregnant woman eats the herbs, the baby will have a small birthmark. My mother was ashamed to eat the herb and she hid it behind her back. When I was born, I had a birthmark on my back, in exactly the spot where my mother hid the herb. When I was little, the villagers were interested in the story and my birthmark. There are many other traditions unknown outside of this small village. You will have the opportunity to discover the remarkable legends when you visit the Old Arpeni Village Festival on June 28. We promise it will be very interesting and look forward to seeing you here in Arpeni.